Yeah, hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be going over how my transition is going with Ranger. I started off this game as Warrior and I've tried Paladin. I really did like Paladin, um, a lot better than Warrior, a lot stronger in defense. Currently I'm Ranger and I'll give you a look at my character stats. So I've put the 38 into agility and 38 into intelligence to allow me to use the longbow and the silver orb of power. The silver orb of power gives me range over the whole circle. As you can see, that large black circle there. And I'll give you a demonstration of how that works. Go ahead and build a flag. I'm currently flagging in New Zealand. Okay, so I've entered this map. I shall start attacking everything on the map. Spider, wolf. I haven't healed yet. As you can see, I'm taking them out. My health's going down. I'll pop a heal. I'll pop another heal. I'm poisoned from the spider. I'll go ahead and pick these items up. I'll pop another heal. The poison's finished. There's a boar there. I'll take that. I'll go ahead and mine this copper while that boar dies. There we go. Pick that up. Now I'm just going to go around and clean up some items that I want to collect. I'll be chopping those trees. I'm not going for many herbs at the moment. I have been collecting some grass as furnaces were released recently. Furnace structure. So I have a furnace here, level 3. I have been having some issues trying to smelt bronze. Let's see if I can do one. Yep, I'll come back to that. So back to character stats. So I put the 38 into agility and 38 into intelligence to allow me to equip my longbow and my silver orb of power. And as I was saying, that silver orb of power allows me range over the whole circle. So if I unequipped it, I'll unequip it. So I'll unequip my longbow as well, and I'll unequip my silver orb of power, right? Now, as you can see, I don't have the black circle anymore. I've only got this melee circle, which, as far as I'm aware, is like your interacting range. So if I come over to this birch tree, see how I've come up to it, and that's interacting range. I have also heard people say it's melee range as well. Now, a sword is like 0.0006 range. So that's like, I feel as if that might be that range there. I'll go ahead and equip a sword. Well, it's not a sword, it's a mace. Same range as the silver sword. No, that's an axe. There we go. Yeah, range 0.0006. So I'll go ahead and I may not actually be able to equip that. Let's see. Equip. I need strength of 30. So as you can see there, if I was warrior or paladin and I wanted to equip this mace, I would need at least 30 strength, 30 points into strength. I only have 12 points into strength, right? Okay, so 12 points. And I have not put any points into strength. That was, I'm pretty sure that was just stock, how it come out. So I've only put the points into agility, intelligence, and then the rest I put into defense. 170 my defense is, and I believe I put in 156 points into defense. So the rest was already like that. I'll go and put another flag down, and then I'll show this range. Oh yeah, so I got the skin for the dragon flag. Flag design. It's really cool. It's called the Dragon Banner. So if you have a look on Marketplace, it was that one there, Dragon Banner design. I thought it looked really cool as a flag. Now, it's not even a hardened flag yet. So I'll harden that one flag and you see what it looks like. So yeah, it looks okay. Let's have a look at this one. So it has the pretty much the same, but hardened. I think it looks really cool. It's my favorite out of all of them at the moment. So I'll go ahead and equip. Firstly, I'll equip the longbow. And I believe the longbow requires 38 agility. And the silver orb of power requires the intelligence. And the intelligence is... Intelligence does like mana and that. So it's mainly for like mages and necromancer. However, the orb of power gives you range. So see how my black circle is as it is there. So if I was, let's say, there, to attack that deer, my character would need to move across. And it's actually gone past it, oddly. So, okay, so what I'll do is see how, when it attack that troll, see, nah, it's not going to do it. So what I'll do is I'll equip that silver orb of power in the shield slot, equip, because it's offhand. So that's why it's in the shield slot, as it's like an offhand item. And troll. Okay, so it's walked. It's not that much. It's not the whole circle then, is it? Because that black line was way past the troll. Unless, yeah, odd. I may have to do some more testing on that. Though it is convenient when you enter a circle and you're in the center and you can just attack everything. I'm not sure as to why it wasn't picking it up from the outside. We'll do some more testing. I may actually even consider trying it without the silver orb of power. However, the silver orb of power, if I have a look in blacksmith, go down to the item itself. I did actually craft some silver boots. So it was my last silver item to craft for a full set. So it adds 65 damage, but like I said, I'm not putting points into strength. So it is giving me that extra damage though. It gives me an extra health boost. I do not need the mana and the intelligence. The defense is 25. However, I'm putting 38 points into it. Those 38 points, but it does give me an extra, so the 0.0014, okay, and the longbow is, so it's not 2 zeros, it's 1 0, I think. Let's have a look. Longbow range, oh no, it is 2 zeros. Okay, so it's almost twice the range with the orb equipped. And for a PvP aspect and a hunting aspect, it's convenient as well to have that extra range. Though it may be worth considering to put the extra 38 points into defense, just straight into defense. So that would put me over 200 defense. And when I was Paladin, I had over 200 defense. So in theory, however, as Paladin, I had the Holy Shield. And the Holy Shield gives 45 defense. I'm pretty sure. Where are you, Holy Shield? Here you are. 45 defense. 45 defense, yeah. Okay. However, I had to put 30 points into strength. So I'm thinking Ranger might have the potential to have a higher defense than well, not necessarily a Paladin, because a Paladin, a Paladin can get 6 plus 6 defense from using a mace, and a mace is a weapon. 45, 30 minus 12, it's 18. It's 18 points. Or about that of a Paladin. And as far as I'm aware, Paladin has the highest defense in the game. So Ranger potentially could be very close, if not the same, or around there, matching in defense potentially. But not necessarily in strength. Curious. What I will do, is unequip my Silver Orb of Power, and I'll run it without it for a bit and see how much weaker, or if I can notice much of a difference without that plus 65 damage. At the moment, there is no PvP released, so I am hunting, and I'm not that phased. But then again, I haven't really had much of an issue other than like some of the harder mobs, like a golem or that. I can take skeletons without worrying. Let's see. Yeah, now see, that's annoying having to move to pick up that skeleton. I pretty much want to be able to attack all of them without having to move from the center. Like that wolf, I'll pick that wolf up from there. Oh, I need to heal. That was close, I almost died. And that was, I didn't have the silver orb of power equipped, and that giving me that extra plus 25 defense. But that shows that it wasn't necessarily showing in the plus 65 damage. However, that lack of defense was showing. And that's what I was saying, like putting those extra points into defense and closing that range down could be life-saving in certain circumstances. Because if you were in PvP and someone was close to you and you were trying to run away from them, your range would still be reasonably big with that longbow, and closing that range in but increasing your defense potentially would give you more of a fighting chance. Well, it would give you more of a fighting chance because your defense would be higher, but not necessarily an attack, because you'd lose that 65 points into damage. But that's about it. Yeah, losing attack and range to gain defense. And you'd gain 25, 35. You'd gain 13 points into defense. And that's 3 levels and 1 point worth of points. So yeah, it's a bit. And I can imagine people would be willing to do that in a PvP situation. However, having the option to equip and unequip your orb, but then no, because then your points would be into intelligence already, so you wouldn't be able to, yeah, so it would be either or. You'd have I can imagine you'd have players with extreme range. They're more likely to go into extreme range than they are to not. But you could potentially spec as a tank ranger, and I reckon that's how the better way to do it. It means if you got attacked by a paladin, you could potentially take him toe to toe, depending on how the spec was, and depending on what you had available to you. And I think that would be quite a shock. That bloomin' heavy set. A paladin coming up to a ranger thinking, oh, yep, no way you can take me toe to toe, and then boom. And I have previous experience in Parallel Kingdom as militia doing just that, like taking on knights. There were some very strong knights in Parallel Kingdom. I even was knight for a while. I wasn't a fan of warrior I didn't try classes much like Mercenary. I was Assassin for a while, not very good one. My main class was Knight and Militia. I wasn't really Ninja or Legion or Druid or like that. Knight and Militia, my two favourite classes. Knight being the main one, I preferred Knight. But for PvP, I did find Militia was quite strong one-on-one. So that's kind of like Paladin and Ranger, right? Militia used crossbows, and Ranger has the X-bow, the longbow. Knight used swords. Well, Warrior has more of a bonus using sword. However, Paladin can use sword, mace, and the Warhammer, and so can Warrior. So I'd say Warrior's spec'd specific. The sword, the silver sword, is spec'd specifically for Warrior class. However, if you're looking to float between Warrior and Paladin, then the mace or the hammer is more preferable. The mace is spec'd more towards defense than attack, whereas the hammer is spec'd more towards attack than defense. However, the sword is spec'd more towards attack for Warrior, specifically for Warrior. And the Warhammer specifically, let's have a look. Pretty sure. So we'll go to Blacksmith, because currently so I have a level 3 Blacksmith, maximum level reached. However, there has been nothing released for that level yet that I'm aware of. There is no gold gear yet. We're still on tier 2 gear. That's silver gear, silver boots, silver gauntlets, chest plate, helmet, holy shield. I have all of those items. I haven't done a war spear. I haven't done a crossbow. I have a longbow. I haven't done the throwing knife or the assassin dagger. That's for rogue. Silver orb of power. I have one of those. Channeling wand for the mage or necromancer. Staff, necromancer or mage. The warhammer. Here we go. So there's 3 weapons there. They have the silver orb, the silver sword. See, forge an elite silver sword for warriors. That's what it says. It's for warriors. Reason why it's for warriors is warriors gain plus 20% sword damage, right? Plus 20%. Now, that is 45 damage. But if you see there, it has plus 8 in strength. So 45 plus 20% is 54. So your damage would go up to 54 if you're a warrior class. If you equip this weapon as a paladin, it would stay at 45. You'd get that plus 8 in strength though. And then you got defense. Hey, that's interesting. So damage and strength aren't the same thing, or are they? I may have to ask about that. Let's have a look. I'll ask Echo. Do we have an AI bot online? If he gets back to me. Do a little bit of hunting. Doesn't seem to be online. Oh, he's right there. Echo. Do some more hunting. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, strength and damage are the same thing. Strength. Yeah, see, because you got damage, right? And when you put points into strength, your damage goes up. Okay? Now, whether it's point for point are related but distinct. His strength affects melee attacks. Strength is how hard you can hit. Higher strength. Every time someone puts a new message up, it scrolls it down automatically. Two, 1 damage. Yeah, is 1 strength point equal to 1 damage point? One strength point equals... yeah, see, 1 strength point doesn't necessarily equal 1 damage point, but I don't think that's quite right. What I might do, guys, is I have another account. So what I might do is if I go and change into my other account, I'll go ahead and pause you guys while okay, here we go. So this is my assassin account. So what I'll go and do is level up to like level 14. I created this account to do a demo on creating an account, pretty much. Now I don't have like I don't have, what is it, throwing knives, so I'm melee. I'm pretty sure I'm just using a wooden sword. I better watch my health or else I might die. I shouldn't, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pause. Okay guys, welcome back. So what I've gone and done is logged on to another account. This one, I have some points here, okay? So if I go into, firstly, let's see where my damage is. So if I've got 85 damage, okay, that's what my damage is at, 85. I'll go and put 1 point into strength. My damage has gone up 1 point to 86. Let's do it again. 1 point. 87. We'll go 3 points. 90? 90. Okay, there you guys go. It's directly 1 point for 1 point. And just to confirm that, I'll just go 13 points. Okay. This should be 103. There it is, 103. So you guys have got proof there that 1 strength is 1 damage converted. So yeah, that's that. I'm going to go ahead and relog into my main account. That's pretty much what I wanted to see. To 1 damage. Over 18 points. Okay, yeah. So, yes. So that tells me that the plus 65 damage that you get from equipping the silver LB's, what? Okay, so yeah, she was saying intelligence gives damage as a mage, was it? So that plus 65, it isn't going into my strength. However, it is going into my damage. And you can see there my damage is 114 from my gear. So if I go to structure, have a look at silver boots. So I have my silver boots. I haven't equipped them yet. That'll give me the 2 strength, the 4 agility, and defense 10. Now, the iron boots, Defense 8, so 2 less. Odd. Strength 3. Strength 3. So 1 more strength. Bizarre. I think I'll take that agility and defense. It's plus 15 health that I'm going to lose. My health is 919, so it'll take me down to 904. That is a bit of a drop, but that defense should assist me. Plus 2. Let's go ahead and do that. Time to get rid of the iron boots. Silver boots. Alright, silver boots. My defense is still 72. I'll do a refresh. Now, I have a feeling if I did that silver orb change, my defense would go up like 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that percent. That isn't massive though, but it is an increase. And my defense as Paladin was 76%. So I'm pretty close. And as far as I'm aware, 76%. Well, Paladin would be potential for max in-game defense out of all the classes. I can't imagine it'll be Mage, Necromancer, Rogue. Okay. I feel like I'm missing a class. Warrior, Paladin, Rogue, Ranger, Mage, and Necromancer. I kind of feel a little bit like I don't really want to be advertising it while Seva's doing his thing. So I shall leave that for now. I have private messaged some people, like today, who was it? Private messaged some people offering advice if I have seen them talking about some things. I have video, etc. Oh yes, class change. How do I change my class? 38. Curious. I'm looking forward to being able to play the game with 2 people on your invite, or more than 1 person on your invite, and being able to jump around, as clearing circles is a lot faster that way, can be a lot faster. Like if you've got someone who's high damage, bang, 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 creatures down, another person going around chopping, then come back around mine, sort of thing. It's not everyone's after gold specifically all the time. See that rabbit right on the edge? Bang. And that's where that silver orb of power comes in quite handy. But then you see my health dropping, and that's where that extra defense comes in. One of the main reasons why I've spec'd so heavily into defense. And like, it's not like my attack is not chopping them down, right? It's not like I need that extra strength and agility to take them down. It's just, I don't need it. What I need is the extra defense. And I'm not running around the map, running away from trying to run away so I can survive. I am doing a lot of mining. As I will be looking to upgrade my furnace. Now, I did say I was having some issues with my furnace. So it allowed me to do one, right? One bronze. Now, I was having issues crafting above the amount of 12. So I'll go 17. Failed to consume copper ore down the bottom. Now, that was an issue that I was having. I haven't raised it with the developer as he's quite busy. Let's try 7. Failed to consume, you see? So I do a game refresh. Reload. Let's try that again. I'll do 2. We'll go 2. See if that works. Okay. Well, this might be a slow road. I need 90. I've got like 40. Alright. He's fixed auto stack. I need... What's that? Bronze. What's that? Bronze. Auto stack. So not auto stacking that one. Let's have a look. Yes, it is. Sweet. I've got 14. 2 at a time. Yeah, a couple of days. I should be able to get it down. Not a biggie. A little bit annoying, but I'll try 3 next to see if that works. May as well grab that. I've got lots of coal. I don't need it. They're like close to 1,000. So let us keep flagging. See, goblin on the outside straight away, straight into the spider, straight into the rabbit. There's a wolf on the outside, take that down, bring them in, right? Now I can start going mining, get a heal because that spider and goblin will be hitting me. 2 heals, so that's 3 heals so far. We'll get a 4th. And we're pretty good. Mine that, chop that willow, start collecting the stuff. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, here's brought out Marketplace. Dude, I'm really liking these dragon banners, eh? Oh, look at that dragon herb. So I've hit level 35 herbalism, And I haven't been doing a lot of herb collecting. I did early game do a lot of herb collecting, and then I was doing a whole lot of grass collecting, as grass only takes 3 seconds. You will only gain 100 XP though. However, 100 XP over 10 grass collects is 1,000, so it adds up. And that's only 30 seconds of harvesting time, so at 3 per to go around and collect some grass isn't a biggie. However, this will be my second or third dragon herb. See, 3 seconds for a grass. 1, 2, 3. Attack that rabbit, go over to get that. Mine is another 3 second. Same with oak tree. So these are like really quick ways to gain some XP and gain some resource. Another quick way to hop around instead of walking across the map, just travel straight to your flag. I have been avoiding crystal pines based on the fact that they give a low amount of normal wood, and I do not have enough understanding as to the other drops and purposes yet, so for now I'm avoiding them for the amount of time they take and how much little flagon wood they give. I may go back to harvesting them at some point if I feel the need. I have been building up my gold ore in preparation for gold gear. What is that? Charcoal. What is that? Iron boots. For some reason the boot symbol has changed. Not a massive fan of it. Kind of looks like a lady's boot. Peculiar. However, let's keep going. Get a refresh on that flag. So that's 2 refreshes. We'll go a third refresh. There you go. Okay, so we have a vampire. So what I'll do is I'll take out all these other mobs first. See, I seem to be able to toe-to-toe with a spider and a goblin at the same time. Was getting a bit sketchy, but I still managed. I just had to make sure that I was healing and hoping for, pretty much just be on top of your heal. Let's say if you encountered some lag though, I could imagine it'll get very sketchy, if not potential for dying. So if you're lagging one at a time, or just avoid hunting large mob if you feel it's that bad. I did find a golem earlier, and I was kiting it around the map. When I was paladin, I was toe-to-toe with golems. Okay. I feel like I can toe-to-toe a golem. It's just a lot of healing, and I am a ranger, so I can kite if I need to. I'll toe-to-toe this bear, though. I mean, by the time he gets to me, and I haven't even maxed out my strength for that. I'm already chopping him down. So he didn't barely have a chance. This vampire, however, tell you what, I'll give you a demo. I'll start off toe-to-toe with the vampire. See how he does. I won't heal straight away. Seem to be doing pretty good. I'm going to need a heal soon. He's got me in the orange. I'm about halfway. I'm in the orange. I'm going to heal. I'm going to heal again. Now I've got him in the orange. Third heal. Fourth heal. That was a big hit from him. He's in the red. Fifth. He's going down. I'm doing... Oh, another heal. 6. This is toe-to-toe, guys. 7, 8. Oh, almost died. So, I would say it's worth kiting a vampire. It did get a bit sketchy there. I was showing off a little bit. I should have kept my heal more towards the top end, rather than letting him get me down there as much as he was. But it shows that all those extra points into defense, guys, valuable. A whole lot of grass there. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 seconds worth of grass there. Let's go get some grass. That can convert into 5 charcoal with 5 wood. 5 grass and 5 wood, 5 charcoal, or 5 wood and 5 coal. So that's 2.5 mines worth of coal. 2 coal per mine, coal deposit. It's 1, 3 seconds. Another 1. Wait for it to load. There he goes. Wait for it to finish. Then start your next one. Wait for it to load. Wait for it to finish. Same again. Set extra 5 grass. Move towards the end. And then it will do like move slightly. Your screen will move slightly. Okay, so what do we got here? I'll start with, I may as well just harvest that. Then start attacking these. Squirrel. Get these squirrels undergoing. Squirrels. I haven't healed yet. I'm just attacking. Start chopping this oak tree. I haven't healed yet. Still haven't healed. I've got a skeleton on me. See, that skeleton did most of that damage to me. I'm going to go and mine this coal deposit. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to pick up these items. And then I'll mine the stone deposit. I confused my flag banner for is it adamant or ruby? Ruby's a bit brighter red, I think, than the darker red. I confused it for a gem mine, but it wasn't. Stone. So yeah, I'm mining tin. I'm mining copper. Craft. So yeah, got another couple. Now, I would like to do a whole bulk craft. That's not letting me. I said I'll go 3. Yeah, it's going to let me go 3. Okay. Do I push for 4? Or do I just stay on 3? 3, 6, 9, 12, that adds up. Because what I want to do is build up enough stores so that I can upgrade my furnace to level 4. Now an orc does pack quite a bit of a punch. Even when I was paladin, an orc wasn't exactly weak. Neither was a skeleton. So I'll toe-to-toe this orc. I'm not going to heal. Come on. You got this, paladin. You got this. Oh, see, I took out a orc toe-to-toe and I didn't even heal. I'm at 43%. And that's with silver boots on instead of iron boots. See if I can get that rabbit. Why aren't you getting that rabbit from there? It's not picking up that rabbit. So did you guys see that? So like when I enter a flag and I'm in the middle, I can hit the outside creatures. Yet when I move away from the center, it's not giving me that full range. It's like as if something happens and it's not reading it the same. So that may be worth something. That may be worth mentioning at some point. The developer is working on a lot of things, so I'll give him a bit more leeway and time. As I can just deal with it for now. Now, I don't need a whole lot of charcoal right now, so I'll stray away from the grass collecting, as it's only going to slow me down for little to no need. Two refresh. Okay. 2 refreshes. Pretty much, yeah, just attack everything on the screen. Haven't even healed. All mob are dead. Didn't even take that long. Haven't invested into strength. My strength is 12 plus 15. Okay. And however, I am using a longbow, and a longbow, let's have a look here. So I did go with the longbow instead of the crossbow. Okay. Now a longbow gives a standard of 50 damage plus 30% bow damage bonus for rangers. That equals to 65 damage. Okay. Plus the 65 damage that I get from the silver orb, plus the 12 strength, plus the 15 strength that I get from my gear, and then it gives plus 12 agility, and that goes into crit, dodge, and attack speed, right? So there is quite a lot there. Whereas the crossbow gives 52 damage plus 25%, but that equals the same as 65 damage, right? But then you get the 4 into strength and 8 into agility instead of just 12 into agility. I was quite happy to trade up that strength for agility. I actually wanted to use a longbow, just to be a bit different, I guess. So that's what I did. So yeah, there is a lot there. Even though I only have 12 points into strength, There is a lot when you add up all the agility. So see, you got the 38 agility plus 26 from the gear, longbow being the plus 12. So there is a lot of agility there, right? And then there is a bit of strength there with the 27, but also a whole lot into damage. So you add that 113 plus the 27 plus the 64, giving me the attack speed, the crit chance. See, my crit chance is 28%. That's pretty close to 30%, and 30% is pretty close to 1/3 of 100. So, I mean, it's not horrible. My attack speed, as you can see when I attack mobs, isn't very slow. I mean, I'm getting them down, chopping them down pretty good. And then you've got like close to 200 when you add up all those attack kind of points. And then you've got your damage there, defense 170, pretty close to 200, but then plus 92. So actually on the way up to 300. So, and then you got my health on top of that, 904, because I lost the plus 15 with the iron boots, but then I gained in defense. And I also I lost in strength, I gained in defense, and I lost in health. However, I've shown you the importance of defense points. When I unequipped my silver orb of power and I lost that 25 points into defense, how much weaker I become from losing 25 points. So you can imagine 2 points is holds some worth. Yeah. Right. Let's get a bit of a move on here. So pretty much farming all mob based on the fact that I can hit them from anywhere in the map when I'm in the middle. I gain all these materials. I gain all that XP, all that gold. Materials, like I say, leather. Leather's the main one, to be honest, guys. Some meat. If I go down to my meat, I did invest a whole lot of points into slots, as there was an auto stack issue this morning. It wasn't auto stacking, so I went and spent like quite a bit of money, actually, quite a bit of gold. $336. Quite a lot of gold. So I should be good for stacks, for slots. So for slots for a while. 160. I've used 121. And I have a lot of different materials here, in here. Okay. As my levels go up in certain skills, I will potentially gain more materials from new things that I can harvest. I'm looking forward to being able to cut some of these higher level trees. I think there's like a great world tree. Mining, I'm almost at level 45, so there'll be an adamant mine, is it? Or mithril, something like that. Herbalism, I'm not doing a lot of herbs at the moment. Smelting, let's have a look. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and try 4. 1, 2, 3. See, it's not doing it. So I shall try 3. Ah, it's not doing it. I'm going to refresh the game. Let's have a look. Please work. Well, there you go, guys. Ha. It's just playing up a little bit, so. Well, I think that's about a wrap. I'm mainly just going to be hunting and shopping and that. So I shall leave you guys there. St. John's Hill. Where the heck am I? I seem to be into some sort of city. Wanganui. I'm in Wanganui by the looks of it. Yep, Wanganui East. Cool. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to keep going on my journey as I'm flagging down one of the state highways in New Zealand. And I'll leave this video there. Thank you for watching if you've made it to the end.